Hey guys, Danny here. So I'm doing a quick install video of the Radian anchor and Magwell in the Glock 43X frame. This would also apply to the Glock 48. So in the box, this will come kind of tucked in, but you have two packages here, one with a little detent and then one with kind of a long screw. I'm going to just quickly show you how to install the anchor and Magwell. So this is the anchor, this is the Magwell. So it's going to come together like this. All this is going to do is slide right out, and you are going to start with the anchor and the bronzish screw here. So this, you are going to, you can see from the top, there's the hole there. All you're going to do is take this, seat that in there, and hand tighten. And then that's gonna stop right about there. So that's as far as you need to go. Do not tighten it any further. Once you tighten it further, it's going to expand this out. Obviously, we don't want to do that until we get that in here. In your grip here, you're going to take this. You're going to seat that in there. Once it is seated, then you will take the Allen key. You will stick that in there. Now, normally it's righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. In this case, we are going the opposite way because when we're tightening from the top, right, that was the righty-tighty. So actually this way we're going to twist left. And I can feel it tighten. As that's tightening, it's expanding in there, so it's actually not going to go anywhere. There are some torque specs on here. I'm just going to get it about that tight by hand. So that is not too tight. What I will test really quickly is just a magazine going in there, that goes in there just fine and comes out. I would test that before you move on to the next part, because if you have this too tight, your magazine's not going to go in and out very well, because this will be expanded too much. If that expands too much, it expands the inside, and then your magazine's not going to be able to fall freely. Once you have that installed, then you will take your next little packet here with this detent and a spring. So this kind of applies the same principle. Any of you who have put ARs together, you want to make sure that you're careful when putting this in because it can fly out. So we're going to take the spring, and you can see here, if I can get this into focus, there's like a little knob on there. So one side is like this flat side here, and then one side has the little knob. So we're going to take the spring, put it on that little piece there. You can see that stays on there. And then the hole here, not the larger hole, the smaller hole to the right, we're going to put that on there. Then we're going to take the actual Magwell here, and then we're going to put it over the front slightly. We're going to line this space here, so that would be the female space, that is the male space, and we are going to lock those two, line those two up. They will lock together. In this bag you have another tool that you can use, that you are going to use to both install and if you need to take this off. So what we're going to do is I'm going to push down on this detent and then slide this back. I'm going to try to do this without losing this spring. This is very, very snug on here. So push, just went over, lost focus. So now you can see it's just now covering that detent. So then I'm going to continue to slide, and then you should hear a snap. It's very, very faint snap, but I did hear it. So that means it is on there and it is not coming off. So between that detent and the way that the male and female pair, this is very, very secure, and that is on there and is not going anywhere. And as you can see, this is a Shield Arms magazine, goes right in there, comes right out. I also have an OEM magazine with an extended base pad. Oh, that one doesn't work, so that's good to know. Extended base pad does not work. This is just a factory magazine, fits nicely, sits nice and almost flush. That's pretty nice, that profile there. The shield arms though, definitely like that. So that is how you install it. And then to uninstall it, what you will do is you will take this tool again, you will stick it in the hole. You're gonna push down on that detent, and then you're gonna push the magwell forward towards the front of the gun. And then again, you just wanna be careful that that detent doesn't fly out, but you'll pull it off and then just do it in reverse order. Take this, and then remember, when you're taking it out, you're not going to turn left to loosen, you're actually going to turn right to loosen that screw that is in there. And then that will release, and then you will take the anchor out. So just gonna do it in reverse, super easy. Just remember with this, when you are taking the anchor out, right to loosen that up, left to actually tighten it when you're installing it. And that is how you install the Radian anchor and magwell.